Time now for a new segment called where Sarah's Stats Are the Best. That's what we're calling it here, where our friend Sarah Langs does a deep dive into the stats for us. All right, let's start with Rice, who has 36 batted balls and 10 barrels this season. Much better than last year. A barrel, in layman's terms, is a batted ball with the ideal combo of launch angle and exit velo. I know, what are we even talking about here? But he's making a ton of optimal contact. Dan, have you seen enough to be a believer in Ben Rice?
It's like a physics class.
Yeah, I know.
Stuff. Mass times velocity, whatever. No, I mean, look, he's off to a great start this year, which is really, really good for the Yankees, let's face it. But I think we need to see a little bit more in terms of the sample size. And you see what he's doing at the top of that lineup. It has certainly come in handy with Stanton still on the shelf. And really top to bottom, this Yankee offense, which has not totally fired on all cylinders just yet. But Ben Rice, big contributor early.
Yeah, he's cooking, right? What I love, not only the hard hit percentage, he's tied for the league lead with Gunnar Henderson, and that, and to Sarah's point, the barrels per plate appearance, he's top 3 in the league. The best guys, he's up there with them. But not only that, his plate discipline is also off the charts. I think that's what's really impressive. He's hitting his home runs on a variety of different pitches. He's not getting caught with just one that he can do it with. So to me, yeah, I do think this is sustainable. When you're talking about a guy doing well, I see that smirk on your face.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying. When you're talking about a guy doing that, if you can hit the ball hard and you can launch it out of the park, then you're going to have a ton of success. He only had 7 home runs last year. He's got 5 this year. What are you smirking at?
Rice is cooking.
Yeah, I'm funny.
Yeah, I know. All right, next up, Pete Alonso. He's slugging .673 this season, but his expected slugging is .753. That's second in the league, only to Fernando Tatis Jr. among players with 50 plate appearances. He's producing while also hitting into some bad luck. Will, is this the best version of Alonso that we've ever seen?
Absolutely. So that number tells us right away that the number should be even better for Pete Alonso, which is just kind of crazy to fathom, right? But it's true, and it all comes down to him swinging at the right pitches. A lot of that contact is hard contact. It's every single time you're watching a Mets game, you're seeing Pete Alonso smash balls everywhere. And sometimes, unfortunately for him, they're finding gloves, but not too often, and that's why the numbers are what they are. For Pete Alonso, it all comes down to just not chasing as much, because when he's chasing, he's going outside the zone, and that leads to those ground balls where he's pulling them or he's just fighting them off. He's fighting off those pitches, but he's doing so to extend at bats, which, again, he has said in the past, hey, I'm not necessarily looking to do that. I want to just do damage right away. But what that does is it extends his chances for doing that damage later on instead of wasting those at bats. So I love what I'm seeing so far from Pete Alonso. And
not to mention the fact, guys, I mean, let's face it, these aren't exactly optimum hitting conditions so far. I mean, the weather is garbage. You see what they played in last night in Minnesota, probably going to be similar tonight. I mean, they've had so much dreadful weather, not ideal for hitters. But yeah, so once the weather heats up, I think the bat will heat up even more. And let's not forget the guys who are going to be returning here soon for the Mets. When you talk about a Jeff McNeil and a Francisco Alvarez, lengthening that lineup. So when you're just trying to attack those top 3 guys, if you're the opposing pitcher, think about what's waiting for you afterwards. Maybe some more opportunities for guys like Pete to even do more damage.
Yeah, I love this version of Pete Alonso. All right, the Mets look for another win against Twins tonight. Something New York teams have done a lot against them since 2003. Twins are 54-133 against the Mets and Yankees. They're over 500 against everyone else. Danny, why can't the Twins beat a team from New York?
What year? What year? Since
2003.
Oh, 20. What year is that?
2003.
Oh, 2003.
Yeah.
Okay. Why can't they win? I don't know, but Sarah's stats are the best, so she's providing us with a lot of reason to give the Twins a lot of grief. I don't know. It's cold. They have bad food. I don't know. They're in Minnesota.
It's too many lakes. Too many lakes.
I don't know. That's a stinky stat, though. That's real stinky.
Stinky
I
stat.
just feel bad for them. Don't you feel bad?
You know what's depressing? The Twins have won 2 World Series since the last time the Mets won one. That's all.
Oh, earmuffs. Put your earmuffs on.
That was exactly what I was going to say, actually. Is I actually do genuinely feel bad for them every single time they see the ticket going to New York, because I think it's in their heads at this point. They feel like they're probably going to lose.
They have a nice ballpark. They should just fold up shop